Hello, everyone. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. If you are from the future, um, today I'm gonna be working on an art piece. I know, like I said, you know, um, like I might not do these things, but I don't know. Lately, I've been struggling a little bit with kind of being creative, I guess. So that's why I'm gonna be doing an art fight, um, like drawing series. Also, I haven't been streaming lately, so it's only Saturdays and Sundays. But I think that's actually kind of good since I feel like everyone deserves a break. But if you guys want to check this artist out before I start drawing, this is the character, and you can see the owner and also the character's name. And if you want to draw them as well, you can go check them out. I personally really like this character design. I thought it was like really beautiful and like elegant in a way. And yeah, this character is just like really, really beautiful, I'd probably say. So I really want to capture this character in a way on through my art style and how I see this character. But don't worry, we're not gonna give it like drastic changes. This character like drastic changes, but more of just through my art style. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be going, you know, on the bottom like I don't think I'm gonna be able to capture the details over here because I'm only gonna capture like waist up, since like my drawing is looking like this so far, or like this part up. That is totally fine. That's totally fine. That is totally fine to be a lurker. Um, but yeah, today I also want to take it easy, so I might be also like a lurker as well, or like a uh, silent artist today, or like a drawer, I guess. Do you guys prefer like talkative streams, or do you guys prefer like chill streams? Because sometimes it's depending on the mood, because I feel like talkative streams, it's like it dies down sometimes, especially like when you're just starting and, you know, yeah. I don't know. I sometimes feel like I like calm streams more than talkative streams at times. So, but that's just me personally though. Yeah, seriously, it really depends on my mood too. My mood right now is like taking it easy, I guess. Um, yeah. You know, yeah, exactly. Uh, I've seen other people on the platform and they may not talk much, but I'm just like chilling in the stream. Hello, hello everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Hello, Aspen. Hello, Painstar. Hello, Daniel. Hello. But yeah. Um there we go. I don't let necessarily. Okay, you're actually early. Wow. No, you all are. You all are. The people here who are supporting y'all are like on time. So no worries. Yay! I mean, to be honest, like, yeah, like thank you guys for stopping by back again. Like those few people. I remember the first stream that I started on YouTube here, which was like a few weeks ago, and like I was really nervous because I haven't streamed in 2 or 3 years. Um, and what I mean by that is like I used to stream a lot. And I know that you guys can't hear the music, but I don't think I can play music as much. I know the silence can be a little bit, you know, suffocating, I guess. But it's because copyright. I'm scared to get copyright strikes because I put in so many hours into the live streams and I'm just really scared the channel might just be copyright striked. So, guys, bear with me. I will try to find a way. I will have to search up a way how to play music without getting copyright striked. I really have to get into information about that because I don't know necessarily know how YouTube works yet. So I want to be careful though. I really want to be careful. But if you guys have answers, I would love to know. Okay, so I got like the color palette that they gave on their character sheet, which is like really helpful, of course. I don't think I added a color palette on my newest character, Haku. So for the people who are trying to, get the color palette, I think you're just gonna have to get it from the source. So you might have to, you know, pick the colors from the art piece itself. So I think a color palette is still necessary. I think the reason why I didn't add the color palette to the newest character, Haku, is because I rendered so much to the point I just don't really remember necessarily the colors because I don't know what to do. Do I have to just give the base colors or do I have to give like the rendered colors, like layers upon layers and then that being the final color. So I really struggle with that a little bit. So apologies if you guys are trying to find like the color palette or something like that. But yeah, how is the art fight so far if you guys would ask? Um I got attacked once and I'm just like really happy. That by itself. I'm just like really happy that I at least got attacked once. Um, since this year's like my first year uh, in art fight. Like I saw the drawing and I was just so happy to see it, to see someone drawing a character that I made. And then I saw like the context of the background. I'm like, oh my gosh, she read like the story about the OC and stuff and then drew her in a scenery where that character would love to be. And I was just like so happy when I saw that. I mean, usually for references, people prefer flat colored drawings, but artists are smart. I think most people who want to draw your character will just color pick. Yeah, yeah, they are. They have the capability. Yes, I believe they do. But I guess it's just for the convenience of it. I guess. And it looks more professional. Um, my artworks can be really complex, and I know that maybe to me more detail in an art piece is like much better, but I think a lot of people prefer like flats and you know lined art pieces and just like easy to kind of you know anticipate, which is like totally fine, which is totally like I totally get that a lot, so that's totally fine. You finished up today. I think your eighth attack. That is great. That is great. Um, that is great. That is very great. I think I'm gonna have to check you guys out because I have not been active on Art Fight lately. Um, and you might think this is like my fifth character or something like that, but it's not. I've been struggling a little bit. Um, there's like things behind the scenes that happens in life, so I am not the most active right now in character like making and attacks. So this is actually still my first, but I think it's coming out quite nice. Screams of the damned? The damned? What do you mean? The damned? Why are you listening to people screaming? Damned. Like sometimes when I look at the chat, you know, and people would type something, right? And then my mind would think of another word that is similar and my mind would just predict it and then say it out loud, but it ends up not being that word. And I get so confused because I mix it up for myself. Um so yeah. So yeah. We're still middle of the month. Yeah, I really think I need to remind myself that we are still in the middle of the month and we still got time and even though there's like a lot happening, like no need to rush. We do not need to rush. Have you guys ever watched this show about like the show's like the anime name is called Made in the Abyss? I don't know if you guys ever heard of that before, but um like it's really beautiful. I recommend every artist, like every non-artist as well, to really watch that show because the story was so beautiful. You guys, the story was really beautiful. I feel like it's like a somewhat of like a memory reboot, memory reboot, I would say. Like it would make you think of things and think about things in like a whole different way. You just realize that Moon Chrysalis and Haku are like different characters. Yes, they are. They are very much very different, but they also have the element of dreaminess, I guess. But the other one is like kind of like cyber pop, I guess. I've heard of it, but I haven't gotten to watch it. I really think that it is worth your time to watch Made in the Abyss because it is severely underrated. Um, it is one of the most beautiful art styles. I know it's like simple, I get it, it's like anime, but like the whole scenery, it just captures you and just convinces you that you are like also with them during those scenes, and it's just like so beautiful. And why it's beautiful isn't because like it takes you to a like a whole new world. Well, it does, but like it also has the cruelness, like the real world as well. Like it has, that world has their own cruelness, if that makes sense. It makes it really real because that world isn't perfect as well. And you just see these characters grow, and you see these characters just, these kids, to be exact, these kids, not even characters, these kids just go through that, you know? And it's like so emotionally reviving, I would say, because it really, makes you think of things like a whole different way instead of just being like an advertisement, where everything's like made to let you consume, if you get what I mean. Like it feels so fake, and that show is just not like that. And they have so many fun characters as well, and those characters are so lively, even though they don't necessarily look human, and if you get into it. But I'm not gonna spoil it. You guys should go watch it. That's just my, like, after I watch it, I'm just like, wow, because I haven't got inspired by something for a while. Um, during that time when I watched Made in the Abyss. So yeah, you guys should definitely go watch it, because I think the last time that I got really inspired was Made in the Abyss. Um, but before that, it was like Big Fish or something. Big Fish was basically like a Chinese also anime. It was also like really emotionally reviving, but I feel like the story was very short, I guess. The story was okay, but it was also just really beautiful as well. But the most inspiring movies are like Ghibli movies to me. But yeah, my favorite Ghibli movies, like I don't know, I really like movies that make you feel like you've learned something in a way, you know? Like not necessarily like slice of life. It doesn't really necessarily have to be like a slice of life type of anime or show, but it can be like a new world. Yeah, sure, but like still having that element of reality, I would say. Because not everything's going to be easy, and fantasy, and very very fake. I would say, like, if you're into that, totally fine, totally fine. I would get it. I am also into that, somewhat of a genre to that, but it's just like it's not as inspiring, if you get what I mean. Like it's fun to watch, definitely 100%, but it's just not the most inspiring. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by today. Seriously, thank you guys. That's really great. I'm really happy that you would say that. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Um like, yep. I mean, you know, I think when you're inspired by something so much, I think you guys would start to see your art pieces also grow into that something that you're inspired to. So, I'm really happy. That's actually one of my goals, is to look up to the people and create something my own, but also just coming from that kind of place, if you get what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. With this character though, I am kind of trying to simple the line art because I will also want to capture it, because I can tell like the art piece from the character. Um, is very simplified, and I find like that's also really beautiful. I kind of just want to do that in this art piece. I know it's like meant to be my art style, but I just want to try it out, I feel like it looks really beautiful, and I want to capture that with just like a hint of like uh, you know, blendiness, if that makes sense. Like everything looks a little bit blurry, just but not as blurry as my other art pieces are. But yeah, summer started, and I don't know if summer started for you guys, but summer started. Um, College is quite a scary thought, I would say. I don't necessarily know where I'm heading with that one. You know, like we talk about growing up and stuff and having like a lot of dreams, but like we're really scared of failure. We're really scared of like choosing something and then wasting our years onto it, I'd probably say. Um like I remember getting back into like a class again because I was studying fashion design. I know I'm like going on a rant here, but if you don't mind, I'm also drawing as well. And I went to a fashion design class, and I remember like when I was younger, I was like a very non-sociable person, I guess. Like not necessarily non-sociable, but more of just very scared. Because I didn't really have a good experience. I do have problems with my speech, especially if I get into like a new environment. But once I was open, like I was really happy in that classroom again. Um, like the newest classroom that I joined, basically saying like I grew out of that fear. The more that I grew up, and like as time goes by, you change classes and meet new people, and yeah. But like I still can't believe it. You know, it's like wow, time is just racing. It's racing through. It's also kind of scary, but you know, because lately I've been like thinking, I'm like, am I really into fashion design? Am I really into that? Am I gonna be into like fashion design and sewing and whatnot? Am I gonna really spend 4 years on studying that? I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I think it's okay to not know. But it's also kind of scary. I know people say it's okay, but it's kind of scary. Yeah, I think these years just really raced by. Like, what do they call it? Like A1 racers. I forgot what those car names are. Hello, thank you so much for stopping by today. Let me turn on the fan. I don't know if you guys can hear the fan though. Hopefully not, cause uh, summer, summer in Asia is like a whole new level, you guys. A whole new level. But yeah, like the time flew by starting from 2021. Like it's like crazy. Crazy, I'd say. But I do remember the moments when like I had time to like, you know, kind of take in the moments while I was growing up is like the places that I went to, I guess. Like I did go to places and it was like beautiful. It was so beautiful. Who you draw? Oh, this is a character. This is an attack. If you guys want to check them out, this is them. You can check them out over here. I know like I have like a lot of tabs up there, but yeah. Okay, you guys can check them out right here. Right here. This is the artist, and this is the character. Just freezing right now. Really? Oh, because it's like a different. Yeah, I think I heard you say that before. It's like New Zealand, right? New Zealand, right? New Zealand. Yeah, it's like a opposite temperature. um, crazy. The world is just like wow. It's like really humid here, and I can't really imagine the cold weather right now, necessarily. But if you would just share, some of those cool breezes, I would really appreciate it. If you could do so, but if you can't, it's totally cool, dude. No need to bend nature. No need to tell nature what to do. So, why I chose this character is because I really like the style of, I would say, Europe, or like somewhat like of this clothing of majesty, I would say. It's like it's a very beautiful kind type of like style. I know not many people would like it, and perhaps like they would sometimes make fun of it, but like it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. This reminds me of like vampire animes that exist, you know. But if you take the storylines that are cringy, you know, it's actually a very beautiful style. I'm trying not to like zoom in to fill in every detail, but like it looks so nice in a way. It just looks so nice. I feel like I'm not even gonna do lighting on that. That just looks also just already looked like good enough. So let me work a little bit on this part here because this part looks a little bit messy, but it's okay. I can work on it. I don't know how old are most of you guys. Like, are you guys in like your teens or heading into college or like young, like starting out as a teen or I don't know. Cuz I don't know. Like sometimes I say like topics that are kind of just really deep, I guess. Not necessarily like super deep as in like oh my gosh, bro, it's not that deep, but like um I like to talk about things that kind of make you think, I guess. So I'm not necessarily sure if uh everyone would would get it. Like I think there is an age range, but then again, like you could know something and be younger than me that I don't know. Yeah. I think like most of you guys, I think so. I think so. Um I think I remember like the okay, yeah, probably I should not talk about that. Okay. Whoa. I really like how the hair is looking so far. Like I know it's a little bit chunky-ish, but I really like how it's like having these very uh thick lines. One moment. Trying to look for something like the music. I know you guys can't hear it, but I like to play music. And the reason why you guys can't hear it is because I'm scared of copyright. So if you guys can hear it just like a little bit, um, like apologies that you can't hear it like louder because of copyright. I'm scared of copyright. Copyright strike is like, mm-mm. I just started out this channel. Come on, YouTube gotta leave me some slack. I'm not ready to be banned or anything like that. Okay, I think I'm gonna make like under, okay, perhaps not because I have to make all of it like the same sort of shading. I'd probably say like the parts that I have to shade, they have to be somewhat of like the same color or like shading places basically. It's easier to show you guys than to explain it because this is hard to explain. Have you guys ever heard of Crimson Peak? The movie called Crimson Peak. I don't know if you guys ever like saw that show before. But if you're like younger, like you're around like 13 or something, or like 12 or 14, 15, like I don't recommend that show to you. Don't watch it. Don't watch that show. It's actually very gory and it's very scary. It's a horror movie. Um, but the movie's like also somewhat of emotional, like roller coaster, I would say. The storyline was quite well written. Despite like the very scary scenes. Oh my gosh. Um, but yeah, if you like, you know, scary movies, I think that one's a pretty good one. But if you don't, that's fine. I don't necessarily really like scary movies now. Um, I hate it. It's like giving yourself unnecessary anxiety sometimes, and I get it, living for somewhat of like an adrenaline or like a rush or something. But it's like, mm-mm. There is no need for that. Life has its own problems. No need to give yourself more. Okay. So I think this part over here. Um But yeah, so far I'm enjoying the process of drawing this character. So this channel name used to be named Unico. Um why did I choose this name? I don't know. You're gonna have to ask the 13-year-old me. I don't know why I chose this name. Um I feel like it was a little bit cringy. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, into unicorns and stuff. Not necessarily that as like cringy, but more of just like I combined that with like an anime-ish name, and I thought about it, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is really cute. I'm just gonna put this as the channel name and my name everywhere. But then I thought about like, it doesn't sound so. It doesn't sound like it's not me. I grew out of that. Like it doesn't sound like me. So then I changed my name. All right, now we're gonna do the overall shading. We're gonna go big, instead of overthinking the places we're gonna put detail in. There's some changes that I have to change with the sleeve because the sleeve's actually bigger. There's like 2 buttons on them. Oh, and then there's frills. Yeah, I forgot to add that. There's frills as well. Yes, I do have a reference. Like, that's how I know. I have a reference in front of me right now. Yeah, I like how things are looking so far. Whoa, I think there is a thunderstorm stopping by. I don't know if you guys heard the thunder, but I don't think my mic can catch like that much noise. I think it's about to rain. Now we're gonna work on the other things here. Having the base colors of everything. And just simplifying things for yourself before rendering. Imagine if Miyazaki like joined Art Fight. I think we will all be cooked. We would be all cooked because he does draw animals, um, and like I'm sure he can draw a lot of different other things as well. A girl in my community, can you draw my OC? Do you have Art Fight? Can I see the OC? Like, do you mean like you have a community post or something? Post in my community? Oh, you mean like the Discord. Okay, let me see. Cause like I wasn't really necessarily catching you, but it's like catching what you're trying to say, but like here. Okay, let me see. Um Oh, are you named like Molly? Is that you? Like with the white cat? Like with the glasses and like the shirt? Like the cyan shirt? Is that what you're trying to say? Hello. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Is that the like our piece that you're trying to talk about in the community? Like you're called Molly in the community that posted the girl. Sure. I mean, I can consider that like art fight or something. Bro, you don't have Discord. Then I don't know what you're trying to talk about. I thought like that was you or something. In my community, you posted in my community. Where? On where? Like on YouTube? Because I don't know if you can do that. Oh, my YT community. Okay, let me see. You could do that? I didn't know. I thought it was like you can only post in, uh, your own community posts thingy. So I don't know. I don't think I see it. Nope, I don't see it. I only see my posts. Um, Maybe it's in like your community. Okay, wait. Let me see. Let me hold this pause. Yeah, no, I don't. I still don't see it. I still don't see it. Sorry. Newest posts? No, I checked like all of it, like old posts, newest posts, and whatnot. I don't see it. I went to like your community as well, like post as well. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I really couldn't find it because I generally thought like the Discord art piece post was from you. Because sometimes you guys don't have the same name on different platforms, but you know. Because I don't think the community posts on YouTube can be like, I couldn't see the community post. It's like if you post something and tag me, it doesn't go to my page, like, or like into my community posts area. So I think like, and I went to your community post and I couldn't find it or see it. I saw other posts, but like not no art pieces. Okay, thank you so much. Like for posting if like you posted again, but like, thank you cuz I really couldn't see it. Hello, thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm just drawing someone's OC and like I really personally really like the OC. I really like the hair of the OC. This is their character. And you can see the owner of the art piece. This is the original. Guys, I think sometimes you really gotta get off your chair. Cause we're all gonna turn into shrimps. Like, or just like old. Interesting. Thank you. Yeah, their characters like really pretty, like really beautiful. I would like this kind of like art style and fashion style. So yeah. Um. All right, I want to blend some more to make it look somewhat like that. So let me do the line art. Okay, let me see. Let me see your post. Here we go. Like you posted on your community, right? Community posts. Huh? Where did you post it? Like in your shorts? Where did you post it? I still I still don't see it. Still do not see it. Okay, actually probably really need to check later in other places because sometimes I feel like it's a mobile thing. So I think I have to check on mobile since like I'm on like a laptop right now. currently. I know the lines are really thick and whatnot, but I'm gonna try to blend them all out. In my community, okay, I have to check that out because I really can't find that right now. I don't know why. I'm gonna check on my phone in a minute, like in a bit, after the stream. That's totally fine. I think it's like typo, you know? Like, it's fine. But yep. Um, do people render with just like a lots of unhealthy amounts of blending? I don't know. I don't think so. But like if there is, I'd love to see their work. You know, when I was like on Art Fight, I found some very questionable characters. Not saying like technically they're bad, but more of me personally, I hate drawing characters that are not safe for work or has like somewhat of that content in clothing, and I feel really uncomfortable because I was like on a searching hunt for characters to attack, since I'm on the team crystals and I was trying to find fossils, but like you find some and you're like, oh boy, oh boy, this is gonna be a little bit tricky. Um, but you know, I did find some really good ones at the end. Like I think I really did like research, like digging, if you get what I mean. Like I had to link up the artists that I found their art pieces to be pretty like really good. Like I found it like, okay, I can actually attack this person, and then I had to go into what kind of people that they were following or like they were commenting under, or like the people that follow them, because they may have the similarity, you know, of like um art pieces, you know, like they like the same type of artwork, and so I was like searching for them. So yeah, I think that's like kind of a way that I learned you can search for art styles or like a specific type of kind of art that you like in other people, and then just kind of see who follows them, and then kind of go like on that trail, like that trail to find more people. It's like really cool. So yeah, that's how I found this artist, because I was like on a search, and this artist wasn't on the recommendations, like it wasn't in like the discover section of Art Fight, but it was uh like this account, this artist was following another artist that I think is really talented and skillful, and the art was beautiful, and they had some similarities. Like they like things in common, I'd say. Not necessarily saying that their art style is the same, but they have the same kind of vibe, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, I usually stream on Saturdays and Sundays, as some of you that are actually here, and most of you that are actually here know. So thank you so much for stopping by, since today is a Saturday. Haven't been giving you guys bonus streams because, you know, dealing with some things, and also just like needing time to just take it easy. And I think if you guys are like starting a channel as well, it's okay to take breaks. Of course, productivity is also important, but I feel like finding that joy for what you love to do, especially as like an artist, like starting a channel or anything like that, um, is to really find the joy and find yourself uh, being happy doing the things that you do, not just for like the sake of getting views and subscribers, but it's just like that actual joy and motivation. But I can't be the one talking about motivation, bro. I suffer from like motivation. That's hence why like I say to myself, okay, I have to stream every Saturday and Sunday because I'm gonna tell you honestly, if I didn't say to you guys or like this channel that I'm gonna be streaming Saturday and Sunday, I would probably not draw for another few weeks. I'm not gonna lie, and I would probably be really procrastinating on the fact that I have to finish an art fight. So I feel like, sometimes setting a goal for yourself just doesn't have to be much. It just has to be like, 2 days, it doesn't have to be like a 7 week strike or like streak, not strike, streak, to like, you know, get going. You just posted another draw. Okay, drawing. Okay, I will check it out on my phone because currently right now I think like it's because I really can't find it on my laptop, but I will definitely check it out on my phone. But thank you. Thank you so much. You're getting glasses by the way. Oh, glasses. Okay. How does it feel to, you know, get glasses? Okay, where is that layer? Is it beautiful? What do you mean? Like, do you mean like your art piece? I haven't seen it yet, but I will like check your art in a moment. After the stream, because I really think being on the phone is like better. It's interesting. When someone says interesting, I think it like I don't know. This is like in a good way or like just like in more of just like a what is that face? What is that face? Yeah. Ugh. Okay, let's keep going. It's a good way. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Try to like fix the line art a little bit more, give it more shading or something like that. There we go. I think that looks kind of nice. It shows that it's curving and stuff. The ribbon. Yeah, I do. I do have Roblox. There we go. Like, yeah, I feel like glasses is some way of change. And some people kind of struggle with changing of like appearance, but I think accepting like a new chapter is also really nice. Like I remember I always had a fear of wearing glasses, but I don't know. Oh, I'm not open with invites of to people to add my Roblox account. But but like then again, I think I talked about this before. I said like in the future though, I might be open. Okay. Oh, like what I mean by that is like I'm not gonna share my Roblox at or like name. That's what I meant. Cause like I'm not so comfortable doing that since like I do have like personal friends on there and stuff. Like yeah. And like I just kinda like to take my free time on there and I'm not really even that active. So yeah. Okay. I really like how this wait, is the same color? Yeah, it is. Okay. I really like how this artist really used like really dark blue, like a very cold tone blue. And then the thing is like black matches so well with it as like the shading and line art. And I think that's like, really cool. Because I never really like using very dark tones because I feel like it doesn't pop out as much. But this one, it still pops out, which is like really cool. The color still pops out. Right, like so. I think some people will use like AI to do art fight. I think some people would do that, but even though they know it's probably most likely not allowed, I don't think it's allowed at all, actually. Go like a lighter color shading, I would say. Let me try something here. That looks kind of nice. That looks kind of nice. There we go. One moment. Okay, I'm here. We're gonna do the shading a little bit intense on this part right here since there's a bow in front of the skirt. So we're gonna make the shadow like more of like a hard light. That means that it's not gonna be like that blended. It's just gonna be slightly blended. There we go. Just making that a little bit darker. And we're almost done with the base colors. Almost. I really like the color combination because the color palette's like really good. I want to create a color palette as well for the characters I will make in the future. Okay. Shading. Yeah. Or should I do this like shading? Color. Nah. I think I'm still gonna stick with the basic. But it's like so dark though. There we go. Let's try this one. This one isn't in the color palette. This color, it's not from the color palette that was created. But I'm still like trying to make it toned where it's like similar. I'm also trying to blend lightly because I still want it to be a hard light, so it's like the lines are more pigmented, or just like the shading's more pigmented. I go in like dark lines to line things out. There we go. And maybe like the lighting like that. Okay. Everything's looking pretty nice. Pretty nice. I know like there's some lines over here that was like a little bit sketchy, but don't worry, we're gonna work on the skin. And also, I really want to render the face more, but then again, these are all base colors, so okay, okay. We're gonna get crazy rendering in a minute. Let me go under, like, to the most bottom layer. Since, like, everything's, like, up top over here, I'm just gonna go down below. And then fix this in a second. So this color, it's gonna be this. It's like a cream white, but not necessarily, like, white. Okay, can't be under the sketch, so it has to be over, like so. Okay. There we go. Just kind of lining everything out since the things are the same color. Like, this whole fabric is basically the same color in the reference. Hence, if I color all at the same time, I wouldn't know where the lines should be. So I'm trying to match everything out here. Just kind of map it out. And the same over here. But hey guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. We rendered a little bit today, and I think I'll keep up, like, update the process in the shorts because I want to post like shorts again. But other than that, though, thank you guys for stopping by every Saturday and Sunday. If you guys are new here, thank you so much for stopping by and stopped by here. But yeah, I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow as well, and I will see you next Saturday and Sunday too. Okay, stay tuned, and I'll be finishing this drawing, and I can't wait to see how it looks at the end. So thank you then again for joining the stream, and I will see you next Saturday and Sunday. Bye!